Hey guys, it's Bernardo here, and in this video, I'm going to be going over how I manage my risk in order to beat and comply with funded accounts. Now, what do I actually mean by this? Most funded accounts have this thing called a consistency rule. By the way, this is going to be a raw and unedited video. Should get through it pretty quickly and show you multiple examples of using risk management and how I actually use it. Different to using, for example, your own personal account that doesn't have a consistency rule. So, let me show you guys. Let's say a consistency rule when using funded accounts means you can't make more than that percent of your total profit in one day. Now, the total profit that you get to is up to you, but obviously the higher you go, the more difficult it is to get a payout. So I like to keep it super simple. Let's say you have a funded account. Most of them are between 30% to 40% consistency. So let's say it's a 30%, which is a little tough. A funded account with a 30% consistency rule, they do this that way you can't just game the system and just pull out profits by just playing the system with like one big trade. So how do you actually properly bypass this in the way that I know of? Let's say you're doing a 30% consistency rule funded account challenge, and typically you make like $600 a day. If you don't use what I'm about to show you and you have a huge day one day, you're like, damn, I made $1,500. I made $1,500 today. It's going to screw you. You won't actually get that money until you are very consistent with that large amount of money every single day pretty much, or at least 4 days in a row. So how do you get through this? Let me show you why it's detrimental to make a lot of money in one day compared to regular amounts with funded accounts. So let's say you make that $1,500 in one day. If we divide that by the 30% consistency rule on a funded account, you need to hit $5,000 profit on that account in order to withdraw money. In order to withdraw any money. Now, why do I not like to make that much money per day? Because let's say that one day, those high amount profit days are not going to be as common as your regular days where you're just hitting a 1 to 2 RR, 1 to 3 maybe. But those 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, where you just keep scaling up and making more profits, they could screw you. I like to be very consistent and just straight line across the board with my trading every single day. Pretty much the same profit every day, the same loss every day. So let me show you what I do to basically manage that. So when I'm taking a trade, let's say I grab this inverse right here and I enter in right here when we retest it. So here we have a fair value gap, break through it, inverse it. I'll grab the retest entry. So I'll grab in right here. Stops are at the last swing high. Now I always look for a 1 to 1, 1 to 2 RR, but this could work even if you go to a 1 to 3 RR. This will also boost your win rate depending on your strategy. For me, it boosts my win rate. So let's say you're going for a 1 to 2. In this example, a 1 to 2 actually ends up being like exactly the bottom, but you won't always have a perfect stop loss, and this won't be the case perfectly every single time. So let's say your stop loss was off by a bit. You want to have it a little higher. Your 1 to 2 won't hit up until down here, and you don't want to be emotional with your trading. So this is different to taking partials when trading. This is just taking full TPs. Why I do this is to have consistent profits every single day, and it averages out to be pretty much or more the same as taking partials when trading. So when I do this, as soon as I hit a 1 to 1 RR, my stops are getting moved to break even. As soon as the price hits right here, boom, dragging my stop loss down here to break even. So I don't have to deal with turning this potential winner into a loser anymore. But I'm not taking partials here because I want to maximize full profit if we do manage to hit my full 1 to 2 RR. Because if you take partials when you're at half RR or 1 to 1 RR, you're not going to get that full profit if it does run to your 1 to 2 RR. Okay? So here's what I want to do. Let's say it doesn't hit my full 1 to 2, which is down here. Oh well, it goes back. It'll stop me out at break even, or sometimes I'll move it up a little even more into like my 0.5 RR if I want to secure some profits if it's a really big move. Now, What situations though can this actually help though? Okay, so let's see. In what situations will it, even with a pullback, you're still fine? And these are the situations where I actually win. So let's say, again, this is not an actual trade I will take. I'm just using it for risk to reward management purposes, to show you guys. So let's say I have a fair value gap right here. I enter in on the break of this. Long position. Stops below the gap. Okay. Now, my 1 to 2 is going to be up here. Let's say I have it at my swing low. 1 to 2 is up here. It hasn't hit yet, but I'm giving it room. I'm not taking partials. I'm not taking money out of the trade yet because it hasn't hit my full target. Don't get emotional with this. Be like, oh, it's starting to go down, I'm just going to sell. No. Why are you selling? What was the plan when you entered the trade? Was the plan that you're going to sell right here? No. You're going to sell at the 1 to 2. That's where you want to get to. So we inverse this, hop in. It shoots up, almost hits the 1 to 2. I'm not selling yet, but we passed the 1 to 1. 1 to 1 is all the way down here. As soon as we tap this level, I'm moving my stops to break even. I'm doing this to protect my trade from becoming a loser, but to also give it the space and potential to become a full-size winner. Okay? So if it does hit 1 to 2, also you should have a good bias on the day to be able to hit 1 to 2 and 1 to 3s for your entries. So boom, right here, as you can see, after it pulls back a little bit, it goes up. Pullbacks are normal in a trend, bro. When have you ever seen an uptrend with no pullbacks? Maybe on FOMC day, but we're trading regular trends here. Don't be afraid of pullbacks. Don't get emotional with pullbacks. If you want to take partials, do so, but move your stops to break even. Move your stops to break even. It'll help you out, and this will allow you to not have to keep going up and up and up and make a ton of money, and you can just secure profits of set amount right here and comply with funded accounts. That's really all I wanted to show you guys in this video. If you want me to send you my full strategy, just go ahead and comment the word checklist, and I'll go ahead and try to send it to you through here on YouTube, or go to my Instagram and it'll be on there. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.